Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 8 of The Odd Endeavor. Hey.
Yay!
So, where did we leave off, Calmer?
Well, last time we were having an adventure, y'all went back to Murtaugh's Tower. Um, over the course of the night, you discovered two things. One, Og has a mortal enemy in training dummies. And two, T, your companion, now former companion, was a wanted man.
Someone found out a third thing, too.
True. But I get to play them, so haha. T was wanted by the by Darlin, the entire nation. And actually, T had a unique name by Malak Banefist, which T was unfamiliar with. Oh, he'll let T know, turn himself in, stuff like that. We'll see how that happens, if that works. But y'all were being sent on a new adventure, some sort of creation, some sort of um, undead abomination has been let loose in the city of Chali, the capital of Granizia, in the south along the coast. Several week journey to get there. Um, Before you guys left, you met your new party member, who was taken in by Murdoch, to help out with this due to the knowledge of the undead, by the name of Bia, a elven girl, young, and with this sort of horrifyingly skeletal horse and a carriage. It was a cart, right there.
This wagon.
Wagons. Okay, it's one of the things. Okay, it has four wheels and it's covered. You can literally make the Oregon Trail with this character. Um, Along the way, you were attacked by some displacer beasts. One of which tripped and knocked itself out. A couple of the others, you beat up pretty well, and one of which your giant kobold hugged to death. So, after you defeated those monsters, you continue on your journey towards the capital of Gratnesia, Charlie, and see what's going on with this sort of situation. Now, as you guys are traveling, I think we said that it was going to be Ace and someone else was going to be taking the watches at night. Who was the other person taking watch at night?
That was me.
The curse of not being able to sleep, but also not having really good perception, so it doesn't help.
Who was the one taking watches with him? Sorry,
That was me.
okay. Yeah, got it. That's right, because you were looking at people's, sleeping faces, which was a little. So,
Well, not really their faces.
even creepier. So,
What?
as we continue our journey, one of the nights that you guys are sleeping, those on watch, make me a perception check.
Wow.
Good start.
And we're off.
Off.
Well.
Let's see. And I fetched better.
Wow.
That was almost a 22. I'm sad.
Oh no. Yeah, we're off. So
we're dead, right?
nah, not we. If you die, I live on.
Well, technically, I could live on too. I have plenty of backups.
True. So You guys don't really notice much of a change or anything going on at night. It's ironically enough, you rolled too low to notice what's happening, but not high enough to prevent it either. There's a sweet spot. Now you rolled too low to notice it, and so something happens, but you all don't notice.
Og farts.
Yes. Og has gas. That is what you notice. In the morning. Heck.
Yes.
You sleep in a tent or like a sleeping bag in the open?
Yes.
Hmm.
Which one?
Yes.
Which one? Is it? Do you sleep in a tent or in a sleeping bag in the open? Which one?
Probably sleeping bag in the open.
Okay.
Half and half.
As you wake up in the morning, you come to the starting realization that you either can't open your eyes or you can't see.
This is troubling.
And you feel this familiar sense of fear and almost something watching you, something wanting to control you. And you hear something in your head.
Oh gods. Please no.
And suddenly the shadow kind of recedes. And you can see again. It was something, some darkness covering your eyes, covering your face, encompassing you. Somehow unnoticed. You look around and it's just Ace and Bia up. Do you do anything?
Nope.
Okay. The rest of the party will gather their things, start to wake up, have their rations in the morning, except for Ace.
You really gotta drive that in. No,
Yes, I do. Your former character loved food. This character can't have food. Or can, just
sad
doesn't do it.
face.
As you all travel further and further south, you notice the wooded area becomes a bit more clear and more of a flat terrain, and you can hear birds in the distance, seagulls, primarily. And it's a much more busy road. You have a few towns you'll be passing along the road, much more populated. And as you pass through these towns, you do notice a sort of unique sight. There's a lot more goblins and gnomes in this part of the world. Like a lot more. However, they don't seem to be getting along with each other. From what you've seen, a couple disagreements here and there. No fights, just sort of the stares of mistrust towards one another. eventually, as you travel further south, as the road widens, more carts there with you, heading towards one destination. You can see in the distance as you round over what appears to be kind of a long hill. It's like you don't really notice the hill as you're traveling, as it's such a moderate incline. But you eventually realize, oh, there's a hill you'll be traveling up, because you can reach the top, and you see dipping down in the distance Charlie. Charlie has a set of walls sort of enveloping the sides around it, and one side facing the seaside, the coast. You can see there's a sprawling urban environment, both outside and inside the city walls, almost like shanty or open towns just outside the walls. You can almost hear it from the distance, choruses of music just flowing, and it seems like, from what you can hear, there's various songs, sounds, and smells coming from the city of fresh foods. And honestly, there's a lot of music actually coming from the city itself. And as you approach towards the city, making your way towards it, there's a couple of outpost areas. With some guards kind of just watching who comes towards the city, but they're not stopping you. Just keep an eye out. Get the feeling that for once your strange group is not really considered that strange here. They don't even bat an eye as they look at Og.
And what about the surfer dude zombie walking alongside my cart?
From what they see a humanoid. Don't really pay much attention to it. They don't notice he's a zombie from that far away. I completely forgot about him. Dude. However, as you approach, there is this sort of younger goblin hat. It has one of those like newsboys hats on it, kind of a flat cap, wearing like this like almost brown. Is like it looks to be like it was supposed to be like a dull brown, but it's turned into like a mudded and stained brown. Cloth vest, a white shirt that's kind of been sort of stained, and a few nicks and tears there. As you approach, he's holding a bit of parchment. Mops to the city! Mops to the city! I'm trying to sell. Do you get one or do you pass by?
As we come up to him, I'm gonna go up and buy a map.
Okay. It'll only cost you like 3 silver.
And it's 10 silver to a gold, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. What you see is actually a fairly well drawn map. Kid has some talent. And I'm just gonna flip you to the map of what the city looks like, okay? It looks just like this. So what you're doing is you're approaching from the north road. This way. It's not 10 feet. So
Yeah.
I just didn't put a accurate thing on there.
Not to scale. That's fine.
Yeah. You can see there's different labeled districts on this city itself. Goblin Town, Freeside, Gnomeville, Clayton, East Docks, West Docks Plaza, The Hill, and Castle Charlie. And there's sort of one unlabeled area in the middle right here. It does have its own unique kind of coloring shade. It's just not labeled.
Can I ask the goblin what that area is?
Oh, well, it depends on who you ask. Yes, the goblins. It's Goblin Town. Yes, the gnomes. It's Gnomesville. It's a bit of a contested territory, actually.
I see. Thank you.
Nods. Anything else you want to ask about the place?
That will be all.
All right. Enjoy your stay. So, you have to make your way through Freeside to actually get inside the city walls themselves. And Freeside, as you approach, this is where a bunch of the music may be coming from itself. And you actually notice there are a whole bunch of campuses outside of it, like open areas, almost like several types of schools and colleges outside the city, along with some shops and general living quarters. There's several Bardic colleges outside, by the way. Quite literal colleges. A lot of intermingling of races and different types of people and beings. It's really open. And as you get closer towards the city itself, towards the actual large gates, the stone walls themselves are fairly large, at least 60 feet high. And as you approach towards the actual gate itself, you enter in another area that looks different in its architecture. It's a bit more metallic, and it's constructed in a way where there's like these overarching bridges, smaller like walkways and stuff. The gap between the cities themselves, the buildings themselves, is a bit more narrow, probably entering into the opening areas of Nova. Things are a bit proportioned a bit differently, except for the shops. The shops are proportioned towards most of y'all's sides. Maybe not Og. And as you get towards the gate itself, the gate is open and there are some guards waiting. The guards don't seem to be in the standard outfit from some of the other miscellaneous guards you've seen walking through Freeside. As you walk down the long North Road, they seem to be a bit more well dressed, and their weapons seem to be maintained a bit better. Probably some form of elite group, and they're kind of watching, looking around, until they seem to notice y'all's group. They kind of mush to each other and nod, and one of them approaches you. Were you all sent from Murtok?
We were. Yeah.
Right. If you follow us, we're going to take you to the plaza for your debriefing. What's going on? He doesn't seem too thrilled to see y'all. He, however, is just going to do his duty. Look.
I'm gonna say to no one in particular. This is actually more prepared than I thought we would be.
Well, it's a nice change of pace. She is still kind of eyeing up. Leela is still kind of eyeing up your zombie. A little confused, looks like. And as you approach over towards the past the opening areas of Gnomeville and towards the contested territory area, you can see the construction varies from here. You get some metal buildings, and then you get some straight up wooden ass buildings. Mixed and mingle, and you can hear some arguing and some shouting in different languages. You can also hear some loud noises of sort of construction. And as you're approaching, actually, you go through Gnomeville, and for those of you who are more in the arcane elements of things, you do notice that the magic does seem to run freely here, and people are not giving your surfer dude zombie a second glance. At least not that she knows. So, magic seems to be run freely in this sort of area. However, as you approach more into the goblin territories, there are some bit more looks, but nothing particularly angry or nothing particularly suspicious, just curiosity. And then you'll cross over the Great Bridge and go towards the road leading to the plaza. The plaza area, the buildings are stone and very well polished. It seems like this is a very rich person area. Probably the major politicians of the area live here, wealthy merchants, etc. The people of power, people who have means live in the plaza. There are a few older buildings, wooden buildings, here and there, but you see they're very sparse and they look really out of place. Probably people who just refuse to move out of the hyper cost of the plaza area because of their old homes. Think of Carl's house from Up. The guards will, however, lead you to a large building in the middle of the plaza. Looks to be like some sort of town hall. From there, what you can see is a large stone building. Think of it's similar to the the Capitol building. If you've ever seen from Washington D.C. However, instead of one large dome at the top, there's a set of three, one for each section. The middle section, far right, far left. And there's actually this sort of metal wiring connecting the three top peaks where they're like these those lightning rods. Led inside. Those of you with your wagons or horses, you'll have to leave them outside hitched up, as you'll have to actually walk into the building himself.
And I'll leave the zombie outside to watch the cart.
Okay. The zombie takes it quite literally and just stares at the cart.
Do I need to get smaller to enter this building, or?
You will actually, yes.
Okay. Okay.
Welcome back, by the way.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
You're okay. Leading inside this building, you're actually led towards, if you enter in, there's a large rotunda and open area with different wings. And it's going to lead you to the left wing. Um, the left wing will be head with. You can see there's some hall. There's some There's a long hall. There's some marble floor and mosaics throughout this area. It's very well off, and to the sides of each of the there's some of these large conference rooms, and you can hear some shouting going on, generally about some regulations, some taxes, or what have you, political jargon, and you get the feeling, yeah, this feels like you're in some form of government building. Well, the fact you're being asked here to do this from the government building means must be something kind of serious here. Eventually, you're led towards a fairly innocuous office, and you're directed to go inside by the guards. There's a nameplate on the outside of the door by the name of Lucia Calea. For those of you taking notes.
Mhm.
Inside, there's actually decent size. It's a decent sized office itself, with well placed furnishings, coffee table with a glass top, lots of bits of fine china and knickknacks on shelvings, and little awards and plaques here and there. With her nameplate on there, and you can actually see there's actually a title on her nameplate on her desk. That's Minister Major's aide. There's a door out the back of the office itself. For those of you, anyone here skilled in history?
I am.
Hey, if you're skilled in history, roll me a history check.
Okay.
To your knowledge, Charlie and Gratnesia by a whole are run by a fairly. It's a sort of representative democracy with sort of a figurehead monarchy. They're basically celebrities and such. However, the building, they actually elected officials from different areas and different cities in the country head here, to your knowledge, and make up a group of ministers. That's what they call them. Think of like your House of Representatives, or House of Lords, or House of Commons, what have you. And they're headed by a Minister Major. Based on that name, this is the Minister Major, or essentially the Prime Minister's personal aide that you're having an audience with. So it's something deep enough to actually have the Minister Major concerned enough, which is probably something of decent import. As you wait there for a bit, there'll be a sort of a darker skinned, black haired, goes to about the base of the back with a ponytail male who will walk in, ask you guys if you want any drinks. Anything ranging from meat, beef skewers, some sort of tortilla based, basically street tacos, stuff like that. Like, it's essentially serving you what kind of tapas you'd like, with some beers if you'd want.
I will take your best tea.
Nod. Anything else?
Something a little harder than beer, if you have it.
We have just a thing. Would you like a? Let's see. Yeah, we have some whiskey.
Perfect.
And we'll gather the foods and drinks, and for what the tea's really flavorful, nice, and probably decently expensive. The whiskey is fucking really good and pretty damn strong. Depending on how much you have, you're gonna make a con save.
I'm gonna make a con save.
Okay. Feeling a little tipsy.
We are rolling really well tonight.
I am okay
Yeah.
with this.
Not gonna lie, I was really hoping for one.
I kind of was too.
I'm afraid to roll now.
Does Og drink too?
August is gonna. He's just been carrying that barrel on his back that he got, full of the ale, and he's just gonna drink some of that.
Okay.
Crack open a big one.
So as you take your first drink of this ale, it is not your normal ale.
Hmm.
This shit can barely qualify as ale. This is like straight up alcohol.
Oh,
Really fucking strong. It must take something really strong to get Murdoch drunk. Make me a con save, please.
There it is.
There it is.
oh boy.
Og is fucked. Og is really fucked up.
August, like, as I'm like all messed up, just like, where Kitty? Fuck, Miss
No.
Kitty.
No.
Pat him on the arm and say, "We'll get you another one."
Yeah, we kind of left the kitty back there.
We lost Kitty?
No, Kitty isn't lost. We know exactly where Kitty is. Kitty's gonna stay there for a bit. Kitty need a nap.
Kitty sleeping.
Yeah.
Og needs sleep too.
Who's
This
on
is
the
like
couch?
teetering.
This is going well.
Who's sitting on the large couch with Og?
Oh no.
I'll have Alito sit next to you.
Oh god.
Gonna pat you on the shoulder. Alito's debating casting Lesser Restoration.
We're here on business when we're all drunk.
Of course.
Not
Only
drunk.
two of us.
Og, fine. Why are there 8 of us? Og don't count well, but Og thought we had 4.
Well, 5 including you, big man.
Ace is just in the
You can
corner
count to eight.
trying his best not to bust out laughing.
Og like lifts a finger and points at each person. 1. 1. 1.
Actually, hold on.
We have 3.
Ace busts out laughing.
Right as you start laughing, the back door opens. In will walk a blonde lady, very thin, lanky, decently long neck, sort of bunned up hair, half moon glasses, with a clipboard, and this dark, like almost black lips. She's wearing some sort of like, almost like a gown, actually. And she looks up, smiling.
Hello, you must be the people from Murdoch, is that correct?
That is.
Yes.
Pretty
My-
lady.
Thank you. Looks a little confused. My name is Lucia Galea. I am the Mr. Manager's aide. I am the person who will be speaking to you about the matters here in the city. I see you all relaxed, enjoying your fine beverages. Don't remember having that particular barrel. Looking at the one by Hawk.
My bell.
Oh, you seem to be having a good time. Is he going to be alright?
I'm sure he'll be fine.
Meanwhile, I'm hugging the barrel to my chest very closely.
Make me a strength
A strength what?
save.
Oh no.
You hear the wood creak as you're hugging the barrel, and you almost squish it like a grape. You're like, oh no. You control your strength.
Hog must keep barrel, not lose like Kitty.
Are you the right group of adventurers from Murdoch's Tower?
What?
Are you the right group of adventurers from Murdoch's Tower?
I'm pretty sure we
Of
are.
course we are.
Well,
And she closes a door behind her. And she's going to pull out this rune from a drawer on her desk, and she's going to place her hand on it. As soon as she places her hand on it, you can see there's sort of visible flash of light creep up and around the walls of this room, almost like sealing you in.
alright, so now that we're worded, we can talk about business. There is a creation that's gone a bit loose. I'm not sure if you're how familiar you are with this, what's going on. The creation was meant for other means, supposed to be some magical experimentation. We have that in the city all the time, and normally we can handle it and do it fine, but we need outside sources for this one to deal with the problem. We would like it disabled but not destroyed. The creature is, well, I'm not sure what it's made up of. I'm not entirely sure that our sources are not being very cooperative on this, keeping a lot of things close to the chest. But from what I understand, it preys on people, and essentially its victims, when it goes out at night, they are found without their face.
This sounds fun.
Hmm.
Without their face. Yes, without their face. What they're doing with this, do not know. Their bodies are left intact otherwise, other than various scratch marks and signs of a fight, but their faces are simply torn off.
Monster that eats faces. It's quite a face-off.
Yeah,
Never do that again. Also,
I'm so proud of
it
you.
might not be eating them. What if it's like putting them on itself and it's just covered in pieces?
That would be preposterous. It surely must be eating.
She does look a bit nervous when you mentioned that.
Dude. Here it is. Oh, never mind. Fuck it. I'll roll anyway. I'm shit at it, but fuck it.
She's a little uncomfortable with the idea of something wearing faces.
So, you said this was an experiment that escaped from somewhere?
From what I understand, we're not sure where in the city they escaped, but probably somewhere with magical means of some kind. Maybe one of the colleges, some experiment gone horribly wrong. I'm not sure. Um, but this happens from time to time. Uh, happens from time to time in the city, but normally our guards can take care of it. This one is proving a bit difficult to find, and we are requesting adventurers, particularly ones with magical know-how or under the apprenticeship of a large magician, to help out with this. It is, from what I understand, made of some sort of undead. Not sure what type. It may be something, if you have knowledge of the undead, will help you recognize what it's from or recognize what's causing this. I'm not sure.
Do I
Monsters.
know of
Go for
any undead that collect faces?
Make me an Arcana check. I mean, there are some large demons that do so, but they wouldn't be very good to hide throughout the city. They were pretty obvious and easy to see. There are various monsters that can take the appearance of other things, but collecting faces is kind of a unique thing. And it had to be made of something that did this. Something live. It's not quite coming to you.
I feel like I've heard this kind of thing before. Some place building, making monsters, dealing with undead. Some kind of parasol company? I don't understand.
Perizal?
Oh, that does remind me. You mentioned uncooperative sources.
Yes.
Those would be.
We first investigated in Gnomeville and Goblin Town, two of our leading sources for magical innovation. However, the leader of Gnomeville, High Magister Tanner, but firmly believes the head of Wizardries, a goblin corporation, is Ord is behind it, and Ord, the head of that corporation in Goblin Town, firmly believes that High Magister Tanner is behind it, and they're not really cooperating, and they both attest to knowing nothing of this. But they both attest it must be some sort of magical undead creation, simply based on the way it's acting on their knowledge.
And do the citizens know about this?
No. They know there is something is dangerous at night. They're being told for a curfew. Something's out there. There is rumors something is killing people at night, but they don't know to the full extent what's going on. And it's important it does not get too panicky. Hence why you are here. The group that can investigate. That was for early luck, by the way. Even my dice are stuck today.
Everyone's rolls are not great right now.
You guys still have one insight. You get 3 chances. In case anyone else wants to try. If you are drunk, it's disadvantage though.
That's why I'm not trying.
I wouldn't try if I was not drunk.
Heck, you're tipsy. You're not drunk.
Still not gonna try.
It's
Aga isn't drunk.
still
Aga's
technically
just
one of you two is the third. So
Listen,
mean-
Aga's not drunk. Aga's just barely conscious.
Bia could too.
or Bia can try.
Yeah, I don't have good insight though.
Yeah, neither do I.
I mean, yeah, neither did I, but
Hmm.
no one has to though, so we can continue on if.
Yeah, fair enough. As you
Okay. Have these attacks been localized in any area, or have they been all across the city?
They've been all across the city except for Castle Charlie. That's on lockdown at night. Nothing in or out. There have been a few attacks lately in the East Dock region, however. I will say that East Dock's a bit of a mismatch of people, sailors and the like, who travel throughout the land.
It's just gonna start writing all this down in like the last few pages of her spellbook.
I will caution you, however, there is are any of you magic users?
Yes.
Alright, I will
I am.
caution you. Both of you then. There has been a group in this city and throughout Carnesia who's gotten a bit resentful of the magical experiments that are run through. It gives us great progress and advances in society. However, the drawbacks is sometimes things go a bit awry. And they are trying to restrict magical practices. So be a bit careful.
Of course. The non-magic will never understand.
They call themselves the regulators.
Hmm.
Fine.
I think your
Unless
first investigation might be on the latest victim in the East Docks last night. He was a well, he was one in he was a server at a local pub. It's known as let me see here. She checks her notes real fast. The Nice Crew.
and he saw this beast.
No, but the crime scene is fairly no. You may find some form of evidence or anything there.
Oh, he was killed by the beast.
Yes, his face
Okay.
is torn off. Fairly quietly too. Works the shift, and no one noticed. He was found dead in the back room.
Unless anyone else has any questions, I say we go speak to this corpse.
Okay, look questioningly. Speak to a corpse?
Oh yes, this one can do that. It's quite impressive.
I can, but we'll see how that works with lips and everything being removed.
It'll be fine, I'm sure.
Very well. It sounds like a good start. Please, good luck. You'll be heavily rewarded. And please, once you find the creation, we are asking you to disable it, not destroy. We could learn from what this is.
Of course.
Nods, and the ward from the before when it was sealed up will sort of drop, and she will go and open the door for you and motion you to exit.
Give a curtsy and leave.
Man, things just keep getting weirder and weirder. Turn, walk out the door.
Og.
I attempt to stand up.
Make me a dex check.
Dex save or just dex check?
Dex save will work.
Okay.
You stand up pretty well, actually. Really quick and spry and a little spinny, but you're good.
Okay. Just start trying to walk out the room.
Elio will kind of walk behind you, kind of cautiously bracing you. Just all right. And I'm assuming Hack will follow after.
Yes.
So as you guys will leave, do you leave the building itself initially, or do you investigate that around there a bit, or you just go straight up towards the?
I was planning to look for a fancy clothing shop on the way to the East Docks.
Fair enough. I mean, you'll find some pretty fancy clothing stops in the plaza. It's a rich person.
Guess I'll just take a cursory look around the building before we leave to go out in the city. Not really stop to look at anything, but just kind of see if I can notice anything. I guess was it perception or investigation? Which one of those?
Are you looking for clues, or are you just kind of observing?
I don't know. The lady seemed really suspicious when she was talking about the whole beast thing. I guess just looking for clues relating to the actual.
Okay. Make me an investigation check then.
Wow, just a good roll of game.
Okay, so as you were looking around, you can actually feel what appears to be, as you're kind of listening around, you notice something as you kind of lean against the wall. You hear kind of a hollow sound behind it. And you all watch as, is anyone there with him watching, or is it just him, are you by yourself?
I assume I would be sticking with the party.
Okay, so you just kind of watch as he leans against something, looks, presses against it, he kind of focuses his hand around the side of it, and you see him almost like the side of this mosaic that he's leaning against, but it seems to have a hollow ball behind it. He presses one tile on the mosaic, and you can see it unlocks. You can see a crease of a door.
But don't open the door. I'll try to reset everything back the way it was, but I make a strong mental note that is there.
Okay.
And then leave with the rest of the party.
All right.
That's a for later thing.
That's a surprise clue. That's a surprise tool that'll help us later. Okay. So as you start to head off towards the east docks, you find a nice clothing shop for you to stop by if you'd like, Bia.
Okay. I will go in with my zombie.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
get the zombie in nice clothes.
of course,
Behind
need to
the
make sure my health looks as best it can.
counter is a female gnome. There's bits of clothing and nice suits and various things. She goes,
Hi! Welcome to Gnome Depot!
Oh my fucking god. Oh. God.
Yes, hello. I was hoping to buy some new clothes for this one.
He is looking a little bit, under the weather.
Yeah, you could say that.
Well, we got some good clothes here. We got some suits. We got some, nice, well, anything will look better than what he's wearing right now, but yeah, we
That
got some
is very
suits. We
true.
got some robes. We got some.
and she just goes on a list of a whole bunch of things, tunics, the whole 9 yards. What you and
He smells a bit.
I'm gonna. Second.
pardon me.
Yeah, I'm gonna prestidigitate him to just smell like flowers.
She pauses.
That's better. All right.
So what kind of thing are you buying for this guy? Are you buying tunic?
Like a suit, like fancy but not so fancy that it upstages me.
Gotcha. Are we talking like sort of goth suit?
Like a what suit?
Like one of those like Sweeney Todd ass suits.
No, just like a 3-piece suit, like
Okay.
like a butler would wear.
Awesome. Oh my gosh. So like this.
Yeah,
Okay.
Butler zombie.
Yes. So you dressed him up, make him look nice, long tails, like a personal butler. I mean that'll cost you about like 10.
I will pay up.
So
I'll
dressing up
say
his
thank you very
You're
much.
welcome. Please shop again at Gnome Depot for lowest prices.
Of course. And I will curtsy and leave.
okay. I'm so happy you got to use the shop name.
I feel like there's gonna be a lot more city.
Yeah, there's a play going around in Playton. It's about a couple of gnomes making sure they renovate their house called Gnome Improvement.
What?
Why are you like this?
You know, I have to just take in all the puns. I'm just gobbling them up.
I'm gonna turn that plane into the Three Little Pigs and be the wolf and knock down their house.
Then they'd be gnomeless.
Oh yeah,
So
did I
many.
eat? Or rather, did Alila ask the zombie's name when she was talking to it?
Yeah, I think his name was Chad.
Okay, that's a stupid name. I'm gonna call him Russell.
Okay. She gave him a bird. He'll be a Russell Crowe.
Uh,
So, as you make your way towards the East Docks, you have to kind of skip through Playton. And Playton is like the most barred town of anything that did Bard. There's theaters and shit everywhere here. And music is just. Normally, music will just kind of. It'll be nice, or a little rockin' tune. There's so much music everywhere, it sounds like a cacophony of noise. And you don't know how anyone could enjoy living here.
I could really go for watching the play Tabaxis.
Well, I'm sure we'll have time for that once we're done investigating.
Well, that was out of character.
Oh.
As you're walking through the playtown, there's actually a billboard for a very famous bard coming into play by the name of Beyonce Knoll.
So we're on our way to the East Docks.
Yeah. Let's get back on track.
Yep.
Okay, so as you get closer to the East Docks, across the bridge there, you notice some of the areas on the bordering of Playton and the East Docks are a bit seedier. You seem to have entered almost to a red light district. You do find this area is crowded with a bit more different groups of people. Sailors are very prominent here as you're in the dock, and some of them look a bit more rough around the weather.
I'm gonna start asking around to find this pub.
That's crew.
Yeah.
Oh, let's cruise down by the docks. Yeah. Right by the biggest building, right in the face right there. Can't miss it. Where all the people hang out. And if
Thank you, sir.
you're going there, tell Greybeard I say hi.
We certainly will. I'm just gonna whisper off to Russell. We won't.
As you approach towards the south there, again, you do notice the people here. This isn't like the upscale like yacht area. This is like your fucking seedy sailor kind of place of town. And for those of you with a bit more of a distinguished in this area, some of these people look like they may have been former privateers, shall we say. Kind of a rough area. And as you approach inside this
this tavern. It's called the Nice Crew, and the way it looks, it has like that yellow Walmart smiley face as its fucking logo, but it has like cuts and scrapes all over the fucking face and scars.
Quaint.
Inside, as you open the door, you can hear there is just raucous music and clapping, people drinking, having a good time. Ladies of not very well dressed, not very, shall we say, but some rather revealing clothing and bodices, walking around, serving drinks, and people getting a bit rowdy. You can see there's a signboard on the left side that looks to have some rough sketches of actually wanted pirates. And there is a bar. The bar looked like it can handle at least 50 people. It's fucking long. With this guy with a long gray beard, a couple of earrings, and a bandana over the head, serving up drinks.
Heck is gonna kind of stay behind.
I'm just gonna look for the largest, like biggest looking person in the bar.
Okay. Sitting on one side of the bar, a couple of ladies draped around him. You see Goliath.
I'm just gonna approach.
Heck is not following.
The Goliath, kind of looking to the ladies, chatting, hairless, tattooed, and as you approach. What you want?
I'm just gonna lift his hand, like a finger point at the Goliath. Be like, you, me, arm wrestle.
Oh,
No.
boy.
Because those watches challenges the Goliath in an arm wrestling contest. What's the wager?
Og looks over down at the barrel I've been carrying around. This is a barrel of ale. Strongest drink.
Gives you a grin. Alright, you're on. Clear the bar! And people can start get a little bit out of the way to grab some space. He pulls one stool up to one side of the bar as they open up the flap on the side, and you can sit down on the other side. And there'll be people. Actually, will gather a crowd, and there'll be people placing bets. Okay. So, does anyone perchance want to place a bet on the Og or the Goliath?
I'm not even sure if I'm allowed in this building.
You're allowed to. Don't worry.
But no, I'm not gonna place a bet.
Okay. So, as the crowd kind of gathers around here, Leela will go up to you, Og, and say, "All right, you got this, big man. I believe in you." And she's gonna give you a little pat on the back. And she is. Let's see here. She gonna do this. You found the bag. You got this, buddy. I'm rolling with disadvantage because the people here are drunk.
Mhm.
No one really notices her cast that.
Just to clarify, also, before the arm wrestle, Og is gonna take off one of his gauntlets so he doesn't accidentally, hit him with one of the spikes. Doesn't want to hurt. Right.
So, as we have the arm wrestling of Og versus Grog. Yeah, I'm naming him Grog. So he's gonna crack his neck, put his hand down. There's actually a bit of a crunch as he puts his arm into the bar. He looks pretty strong. So you're in your medium size
Mm-hmm.
for the
Yep. Very adjusted.
clasp arms. The barmaid kind of looks over. Ready? Ready? Go! And make a strength check. So, Grog initially vastly underestimates you, and you just quickly take like a commanding lead. You've basically got to get 3 in a row from the middle point to get the win on this. He's like almost like bent over, touching him like really fast, and roll again.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit! You rolled a natural 18 plus 4.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, he's a plus 4 strength mod. So he. Okay, so he got a 22 on.
Okay.
So he brings you a bit back, but you still have a nice commanding lead onto it. Roll again. Oh shit! As he starts to get back up, you just finish him off and hit against the air. Cause dang, you got 2 on that one. You advance 2 spots. He just like he thinks he's like he initially underestimates you. He brings you back a bit, and you just go, kick a little smirk, and you just pin and crunch, and you can actually hear a pop as you pop his arm out of its socket. Ah, fuck!
Oh, sorry. Are you okay?
Fuck. Yeah, fuck. And you see him reach over with his one arm. You actually pop his own arm back into the socket. Gives you a look. More respect. Right on. Right on. You know, if you're looking for a place on a ship, know a few places that could use someone strong.
I kind of just give them that.
Pirate contingency.
Maybe one day. Og must finish something first.
Fair enough.
I kind of just look back to my crew. Like,
If you're curious, there was a crew in last night looking for people. It was kind of a fancy looking ship. Some sort of rich person's boat. Didn't expect much coming out of it, but you know what? Looking for crew looked pretty tough. I think it was called the Request or something.
I give a slight nod. Kind of like look around the bar. Let me. You hear anything weird going around here recently?
You beat this guy, so he'll be willing to talk to you. Shit. Yeah. There was a bartender. Hasn't shown up for a bit. Favorite of everyone's here. Rumors are he bit it, but I don't quite believe it. Name was Archie. Good enough man. From what I understand, he went back to get a drink. one of the fancy drinks they keep locked up and didn't return. One of the barmaids points to someone, redheads, low-cut bodice. Says she thought she saw some fellow follow men, but who knows?
Kind of just give a nod and look over to the bartender and order a drink for this Goliath.
Okay, we'll get a drink and he'll eat light toast before starting to down it to take away a bit of the pain.
I'm gonna look to the Goliath and just be like, I appreciate the help. I must return though to my friends.
Alright. Don't forget my offer.
I just give a thumbs up as I start to head back towards the group.
Okay.
When I return to the group, I'm gonna look over and point towards the barmaid that the Goliath had pointed towards and be like, she has some information for us that may help.
So in short summary, Og goes over, pins some snake sailor's arm, and then has information where to go next for the quest.
Everyone has their expertise. I know how to win over the local populace.
There you go. You do.
Rustic hospitality at its finest.
Who here outside of Alila has the highest?
I have 15. Like passive perception, or
Yeah, passive.
yeah, I have 15.
Thanks. So, you see this lady, redheads, low-cut bodice, serving up drinks. She looks a little concerned, but like she's a bit frazzled by everything going on. Anyway, as you guys are kind of chatting, a few people, the patrons of the bar, are actually giving Og pats on the back and shit. The ones who won money off their bets. Some of them are looking at him a little annoyed.
Win some, lose some.
Does anyone approach the bartender? The bartender, the tavern maid.
I guess I will.
As she approaches.
What's wrong, sweetie? Your mom? You lost from your mom or something?
No. I'm not actually sure how much information we're allowed to give out. I heard that there was a disappearance here, and that you might have seen something.
Well, I think I see. But everyone seems to have some doubts around it, but there was a, it looked to be a, it looked to be like a gnome. Go into a back room after I saw, Archie go back there to get a drink, and, saw the gnome leaving later, and Archie never returned, and got the guard. We went back in there to check after him, and some guards came, and they're saying Archie's not here anymore.
So the gnome at the clothing shop is eating faces.
clothing shop.
And I'm just gonna turn and walk back to the party.
Okay. Great.
I'm gonna tell them the waitress thought she saw a gnome follow the victim into the back room.
As you guys are communicating, Oi! Don't I know you? Kind of drunk-looking sailor walks up. Slightly older, has war battle scars, patch over one of the eyes, and he looks to be kind of looking right at Heck.
Heck is gonna look away from him and say, "No, I've got one of those faces, you know."
Make me a deception check. You are so lucky. He's drunk with disadvantage, by the way. Because his first roll was a natural 20.
Oh boy.
You remind me of something I knew back in the day. Little snot-nosed brat. Sorry about that.
It's not a problem. Happens all the time.
He kind of stumbles off, drinking. But he kind of pauses before he stops. He goes, "Oh, sure, big man. You ain't bad for a kobold." Continues walking.
Alex is just gonna smile, a very happy smile.
He's
Happy
gonna
dog.
lean over to Heck and ask, "Is he really a kobold?"
Sure.
Okay, so who had the 15 perception?
That was me.
Suddenly you realize your robotic friend's not there anymore.
Shit. I guess I'm gonna peek out the door and look around, see if I see him.
Perception check. You actually don't see him.
I'm gonna turn back to the rest of the party. And I'm gonna say, does anyone know where the toy soldier went?
Fuck.
He's not here?
Gaz all comes some kind of resolution that Ace is gone for a bit, at least. No fucking clue. I actually didn't notice him walk off. He can be kind of quiet at times. Maybe he just had some business he had to take care of or something. I hope. Because I'm going to be honest, I'm getting tired of getting new people in the group.
sorry. It's out of character.
Well, it's not just you.
Uh, perhaps we should look for him before continuing our investigation.
Huh? Probably.
Where do you think he would go?
Not sure.
Maybe he went to rob the bank.
Her eyes go a little wide, like, oh fuck.
Yeah, we should probably check there just to be safe. Where exactly is the bank in this town?
Oh, I have no idea. Probably the plaza.
Don't
She,
you have a map?
I do, but it doesn't show where the bank is.
Alila pats the sailor on the arm.
Excuse me, do you happen to know where the bank is?
What the fuck's a bank?
Right, probably should have expected that. I'll ask the bartender. He probably keeps it there. Because, you know, can't exactly keep it here.
And she'll go to talk to the bartender. In this episode of Coward talks to himself. Do you follow her to the bartender?
Og will.
Damn it.
Excuse me, sir.
Bartender doesn't seem to notice her, still serving drinks.
Excuse me, sir.
Not noticing, still serving drinks to other people, not paying attention.
Og is gonna lightly pound the bar just to get his attention.
Looks up at you.
Thank you, Alg. Excuse me, sir. May I get your name first, please, sir?
Bartender looks. You call me Greybeard.
Thank you, Mr. Graybeard. I was happen to know. Do you happen to know where the bank in town is?
Bank, be in the plaza. Yeah, you're looking on the side closest to the west docks. You'll find it there. Can't miss it.
Thank you, sir. Very much. Also, did you happen to notice anything peculiar happening here a couple nights ago involving Archie?
Just have a right look. Right. Archie. Yeah, you with are you why are you asking a question about Archie? What are you with?
We're just trying to figure out what happened to some people here.
Right. So Archie, you probably heard what happened to him from your friends there. Let's go to a side room so I can tell you more from what I know. I was actually there in the room with the guards. And he'll invite Leela off to a kind of a side room, telling one of the other barmaids to take over bartender duty for.
Does Alila like wave us to come with her
Yeah,
or
she will.
anything? Okay.
As he opens this back door, he goes to like a side back door in the back, and he notices the rest of you, and Leah goes, "These are my friends who helped me with this." Right. In you go, come on. And as you go into this room, you can see there's a storeroom with like lots of various really nice looking bottles of alcohols and wines, meats, all that kind of stuff. You do notice, however, there is what appears to be a bloody stain on the ground, on the floor. Right, this is where I found him, actually. I thought he skipped off in his shift to be with one of the girls again. He did that from time to time, but he was a good lad, for the most part. Yeah, and yeah, his face was torn clean off, unfortunately.
So, how did they know it was him
Well,
with that a face?
I recognize his clothes from his working with me. In his rough body shape. He was the only other bartenders who was serving at the time. Plus, he had the same rings on his finger. He kind of points to a couple things on the ground. If you look closely, you might see some like claw marks or something. The guards think it's some sort of beast or something that may have attacked. I ain't seen no beast just take a face and leave a body.
Why would
gonna-
a beast be so far into the city?
It's a good question too. I personally don't think they're telling us exactly the truth. Being a bartender, you hear some things.
I'm gonna just kind of squat down next to the bloodstain and just observe that area.
Are you investigating, or are you just staring?
I guess investigating.
Roll me investigation, please. Okay. You do notice that some of these nail marks or scratch marks. Looking at them, they actually don't seem like claws per se. Looking at them, they almost like fingernails, just very deep embedded, and they don't really seem completely abnormal or normal human scratch marks. You do, however, see as you're investigating something that was kind of left unnoticed. There is a strand of hair, looks like to be white, just pure white.
I'm gonna pick up the hair and I guess put it in my bag.
Okay.
And then
when you pick up the hair, as soon as you pick it up and touch it, the hair turns black.
that's fun. But yeah, as I guess the end of investigating this spot, I'm gonna run my finger along the bloodstain.
Okay.
Hopefully there's still some blood.
There is a little bit, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna taste it, stand up, I'm gonna say, yeah, that's blood.
That's disgusting.
You're a creepy little thing, aren't you?
Well, who knows? It could have been like some kind of tomato-based sauce or condiment.
We don't serve ketchup here.
If that's what you're implying.
Do you serve blood?
No.
Okay, I thought not. Most places don't.
So, you guys, anything else I can show you around here that might help?
Do you happen to know where the body was taken?
You're taken to the morgue. That's actually in the contested territories between Gnomeville and Goblin Town.
Thank you for your time.
That's
Unless anyone else has.
Nope.
Not that I can think of.
so. As you make your way out of the tavern, what is your first stop? Do you go for the bank or do you go for the morgue?
Well, if we want to get Ace back for the investigation, probably the bank first, right?
Do we know where the bank is?
It's in the plaza near the West Docks.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're headed to the bank, I guess.
So, as you guys start heading towards the bank, you head your way a bit to those more nice buildings, and you turn your way towards the lower along the plaza, at least towards the West Docks. The West Docks, you notice, seem to be a bit nicer, more well kept, more business oriented than the East Docks. More warehousing. Um, some warehousing and shipping, and you actually notice a couple of shipwrights as well, along this large green hill on the opposite end of the West Docks. That looks to be covered with some sort of objects. Okay. But eventually you find what appears to be a large building with a marble pillars holding it up. And the some sort of gold gold oh god. There's like gold arraignments and base of these pillars, and the top holding. This would be a fairly well-off building. Looks to be some sort of bank.
Where are we going in?
If you head in, the doors are open, and you do notice the people working it are various races. I'm not gonna make them all goblins. This isn't Harry fucking Potter. Some humans, some gnomes, a couple goblins, and one minotaur.
If I look around, do I see Ace anywhere?
Perception check. You see Ace nowhere. Either he's really good at hiding, or he's not here.
From experience, I know he is good at hiding. That doesn't mean that he is here.
Hmm.
Which? I'm assuming there are lines
Yeah, they're cues.
for all the tellers. Okay.
Yeah.
Where's the shortest line?
Literally or figuratively?
Oh my god.
What? Oh my god. I mean the least wait time to get up to the teller.
The one by the Minotaur.
I fucking knew it.
Okay. I will stand in that line.
You see, there's actually only one person in front of you, and Minotaur is just slowly counting coins. 3,
Oh boy.
4, 5. The guy in front of us is shaking his head like, oh my god. You do notice a nameplate on him. His name is Yenward.
Oh.
What?
Okay.
You recognize the name?
Yeah.
Ah. Eventually gets like 25, pushes the coins forward. That'll be it. Is there anything else I can do? No, thank you. Have a good day. Oh, thank God. And he just furries and packs and just walks off.
I'm gonna walk up and I'm gonna ask him, have you been robbed by a construct in the last 20 minutes?
We'll see, confused. Aren't you the cutest little thing?
I am, thank you.
I've not been robbed by anything, actually. This nice little barrier between us protects me.
Oh, that is good to know. Thank you very much. And I'm gonna curtsy and just skip back to the party.
Have a good day!
Yeah, he wasn't here. I'm all out of ideas. I don't know where else he would go.
Well, there is the possibility that if he was here and he did rob them, they may not necessarily have known that he did that.
Oh, good point. I'm gonna run back to the
Oh no.
Minotaur.
Welcome back, cute girl. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you. Is it possible that you were robbed and you just didn't know it?
Let me check with one of the other tellers. Hey, Izzo! He looks over to a goblin.
Yeah.
Were we robbed today?
What?
Were we robbed today?
No.
Alright. Izzo says no.
Okay, thank you very much.
Would
And I'm
you
gonna
like to
curtsy
open
again.
an account? Okay, never mind.
I'm gonna curtsy again and run off in the middle of a sentence.
Good job.
Oh my god. Another person walks up to the. Another person walks up, seeing an open teller, like, "Hey, I found a good one," and walks right up to the Minotaur. Thank you for coming to the Golden Bank.
Well, Jesse's not here.
You said your security number was 754.
Oh my god. Does anybody have anything that might help us find him, like, more reliably? Like, magically?
Og perks up. Maybe he with Kitty.
I don't think he's with the kitty, buddy.
Oh. First we lose Kitty. Now we lose weird robot man.
You don't even know his name. Oh man.
Og lose everything.
Oh no.
You're painting too.
Oh. Well, maybe he'll find us. Perhaps we should move on.
So you guys gonna start heading to the morgue, I guess.
Guess so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
I really wish we had a comedic camera that could go right to fucking Ace right now. 'Cause this is fucking hilarious if you know exactly what's going on here.
Oh my god.
So,
All right. I'm pretty sure I know exactly where he is. Bea probably doesn't, because
for curiosity, where do you think he is?
was probably at the town hall or whatever that was.
I found he's just hiding following us is what he's probably doing. Yeah, I can... It's probably most likely, but we have no idea.
Can we cut to Ace?
You can if you want to.
Okay, so as you guys start heading to the morgue, Ace, as you are back at the nice crew, you realized, oh, crap, I don't know where there's a party.
The fuck
Oh
did
my
everyone
God.
go?
God damn it.
God damn, I go off to do some solo investigation and they ditched me. Bastards.
You realize your powers of perception are not that great if you lost a giant ogre.
I guess I'll go up to one of the bartenders and ask if they've seen the group. Mostly the ogre, because it's hard to miss the ogre, even though I did.
You get this guy with this gray beard, 2 earrings, a 5-pack. Yeah, I am talking to him, and a female one, blonde hair, asked me where the bank was. talked to him for a little bit over something, and I'm assuming at the bank, out of the morgue, because they asked about where something went, and they might have gone to the morgue.
Hey, thanks. I'll turn to walk around, see myself. Why the hell are they going to the bank? And I guess I'll proceed to make my way over there.
No.
So, Ace, as you eventually make your way to the bank, it's a nice looking bank as you get directions there. Takes a little bit. And the doors are open, and you can see there's a bunch of tellers who are currently busy, except for one Minotaur. You do not see your party anywhere.
There's no tellers or guards that aren't busy.
No, I said the only one who's not busy is the Minotaur.
I guess I'll go up to the Minotaur. Have you seen like a group of people around here? One short little girl, one big giant ogre, one broody looking dude.
Welcome
that
to the
that?
Golden Bank. My name is Yenward. I have in fact seen a short girl.
You happen to know where they went off to?
No.
Alright, thank you for your time, and I'll just leave.
Would you like to open an account? Have a good day.
The fuck did they go? Why the hell did they go into the bank? I guess I'll begin my search for the party.
Oh no.
I mean,
What the-
the bartender did tell you we were going to the morgue.
But he doesn't know where the morgue is.
He doesn't know
Fair
the morgue
point.
is.
I mean,
No,
you
there's a
spoke
morgue
up
in the
before I
city.
could even say, I guess I'll look for the morgue.
Well, sorry.
You want to make an investigation check?
Yeah. Hold on.
Wait, do we know where the morgue is?
You were told it was in the barrier town between Gnomeville
Okay.
and Goblin Town.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so investigating around, you happen to find one of those giant mall maps. We're gonna call it that for convenience sake, okay? With a little red dot that says you are here,
Alright.
with all the
Nice.
big parts of the city. Conveniently enough, the morgue's here.
Oh.
Alright.
With coincidence, it'll point you somewhere over here. One, right here. Damn it. I like how you rolled so high to stealth away from the group and a natural fucking 1 on your perception when they leave. Just lost the group.
That's what happened.
Do we count that one?
You know what? I'll count. Now that it's out, now it's been revealed. Yes.
Come on, man. You would have had to roll that on to notice that giant fucking ogre.
Oh boy.
Especially with all the people going, nice job on beating that Goliath, dude. It caused quite a scene.
No, I'm talking about counting the one on the counter.
My God. What the fuck is this game? So, rest of the party.
Mm-hmm.
You find your way into the bear town. You can see there's a mix again of goblin and gnome, and it does seem to be getting quite long. There's like little patches of where a bunch of goblins band together, and there's a whole bunch of gnomes. It's a little tense. And a couple humans are just caught in the crossfire because they didn't realize what this place was before moving here. But eventually you'll find your way toward what appears to be a funeral home. It's known as Butcher Family Funeral Home.
Butcher family?
Butcher family funeral home.
Hmm.
Okay then. Guess we're going inside.
As you go inside, there is this extremely goth-looking lady, like black fingernails, fucking black hair, super pale. Looks like an older sister of Bia. Human. Welcome to Butcher Family Funeral Home, where you can put your loved ones at rest and be at ease eternally.
Well, the eternally part is subjective.
Oh my god.
My name is Jocelyn. How can I help you?
There was a bartender? Was he a bartender?
He
Think
was a
so.
bartender, yes.
I was asking. The party.
I think so.
Okay. There was a bartender who died yesterday, I think. Had his face torn off. Is he here?
He is down below, yes.
May we see him?
You may see him, but don't touch him. We're still preparing him for his burial rites. We're having to get a mask made.
Thank you
Right.
very much.
Thank you for visiting, and once again, if you lose a loved one, put your family in safe hands.
I guess we're going down to see the body. That was easy.
You get the feeling this girl does not give a fuck, okay? Like, there's no regulation. She don't give a fuck. So, as you head down, there's people working. Again, they don't seem to really care. You're walking around. You eventually get to an open air, this open area with these almost these slid in like little indents into these walls. Think of like a traditional morgue where they have racks of where you can slide people into storage space, and a whole bunch of bodies who are out in the open being prepared. Like there's a lot of dead people, including the one in the suit that you guys brought with you.
How many of them have faces?
Okay, so all the ones you see out here have faces. There is, however, one door in the back that looks to be guarded. Looks to be a actual city guard.
I guess we'll go up to the guard. Excuse us. Are you here to guard the body of Archie? I think his name was.
Who's that you?
We're investigating the mysterious circumstances of his death. We were sent by Kalea. Lucia Kalea.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Okay. And believe persuasion check at advantage.
Oh shit. Right, you can go in. Just be careful with the bodies and don't get too grossed out.
Thank you so much.
Take a key, unlock the door, open it up, let you all in. Gives kind of a double glance at Russell.
Oh, he's here to visit friends.
Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ! That was funny. Right. Okay, I don't want to know. I don't get paid enough.
I bet.
Let you all in, I guess. He'll close the door behind you, and then he'll say, "Knock when you're done," and he'll lock it.
Oh. Alila? I think this is where you come in.
As you look at, there's a whole bunch of bodies here. You're looking at in this large room. You're looking at least 50 people with all their faces off.
Oh shit.
I don't suppose they're labeled with when they died?
They
Or
are labeled
names.
when they're found. Some of them have names, some of them don't, because some of them are unidentified.
Okay.
Various different shapes and sizes, genders. The only thing you notice is all of them seem to be of a mature age or of adult age.
Okay. I guess we're gonna look for a body labeled Archie.
You've seen Archie's in the far end where you gather some of the newer ones are.
Okay.
Right next to him appears to be a gnome female's body.
Okay.
Can I want to see both Archie and the female gnome? What color is their hair?
Archie's hair is going to be a dark brown. The gnome female's is going to be a actually pink. Her eyebrows, however, are a dark brown as well.
Okay. I'll begin checking just random bodies to see any additional wounds on them.
A couple scratch marks here and there. They're all fingernail based, light grips, and you can notice some of them as you're looking at their bodies. You notice the area around the skin where the face was connected seems to be almost sucked off, like it was torn from them, and it looks pretty gruesome.
It was a bad suck. Got it.
Yeah, very bad stuff.
Oh, that's what I'm doing the whole time.
I'll have Alila make a medicine check. Just so she can determine how they died. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would assume they died from having their faces sucked off.
Very possible. Where you at, Alila? There you at, Alila. Okay. Well, a couple of them have broken necks. Some of them have no apparent wounds other than their faces being torn off and massive bleeding. That's about much I can tell.
we should probably talk to Archie, right?
Yep. I think that's what we were thinking.
At the mention of talking to Archie, Bay is gonna perk up and sort of scutter over. Scuttle.
As you approach, we're gonna go back to Ace. Ace,
Mm-hmm.
you find your way to the funeral home. You see a goth-looking lady welcome you. Thank you for coming to Butcher Family Funeral Home.
Have you seen a small group come in here? One little girl, one giant ogre, one brooding looking dude.
Yes, they went downstairs to look at the bodies.
Okay, and I don't even wait for her to finish. I just walk down there.
Okay. You walk down. The same people are giving you just like no mind there, except one of them kind of curiosity, like. And you see him looking at you, and it gives you a really weird, creepy sensation. This guy wants to take you apart like one of the human bodies and see how you tick.
You can certainly try.
At the end of the hallway, you do see there's one door that's being guarded. There seems to be some sort of city guard.
I'll go up to him and point and like, did the rest of the group go in there? Small little girl, ogre, broody guy.
What's your name?
Ace.
Put on there. Stand a little bit back from. He unlocks the door, and as you guys are approaching the body, you hear the door unlock. It cracks open. You know someone I'm Ace.
We do? Is he dead?
I heard that.
No.
Oh, he's not.
Who? Ace.
He opens the door. You can see big robot guy. Actually, kind of small little robot guy.
Oh, find Robot Man.
Get in there, and I'll lock the door behind you.
Alright, I'll enter.
Closes it. And Ace has rejoined the group.
Nice to join us there, Ace. We are just about to talk to, well, this gentleman here.
Points to the body of Archie, and
I don't know how to go with, no lips, but we'll try.
Well, if it comes to it, I'm sure we can transplant Russell's face.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Ooh, I'm burning a big spell for Alila. Third level spell. Takes out some burning incense and lights it. The corpse must still have a mouth.
Oh, and can't be undead, so we never have to hear Russell speak again.
I know. It make me sad.
But yeah,
So she she brings the body back to speak a bit. And kind of motions for someone to ask the first question.
did you see what killed you?
Right, it is. Right.
Okay, we won't get anything useful out of this.
I try to talk without using my lips at all. That's what I'm doing here.
Hmm.
You can probably ask yes or no questions and probably recognize a yes or a no.
I mean, it doesn't say that we can't have him write the answers down, right?
It does say that it must have a mouth, so I assume that kind of implies it has to be spoken.
Also, it's called Speak with Dead.
Yeah.
Well, can we cast
Fair
this
enough.
written with Ted?
I think it's called a Ouija board.
Hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna ask.
You have you have 4 more questions.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask. A gnome was seen following you to the room you died in. Did that gnome kill you?
Eh.
Was that gnome a patron of the bar?
Mm.
Hmm.
And I just look at mostly Heck and Ace and shrug.
Just 3 questions.
Did you
I'm gonna roll wisdom. Oh, sorry. Oh, go ahead.
Did you recognize the gnome? Like, have you seen him around?
Mm.
So it wasn't anyone the person knew.
Which means not much. I was going to say it means that this beast is not posing as people, but it is posing as a gnome.
Well,
But it's possible it's not posing as a gnome that speaks with people.
it could have been posing as a gnome this person hadn't seen before.
That is also true.
Bia, you picked up a piece of hair.
I did. I'm gonna pull the hair out of my bag and show it.
So, when Bia holds the hair, it is black.
I'm gonna say it was white before.
Do you mind if I hold it?
Go ahead.
So, when Alila takes the hair from you, it turns blonde.
Ooh. I'm gonna grab the hair back, and I'm gonna hand it to Ace.
Fine.
Um,
I'll take the hair.
Um. Uh,
What's it gonna do, Calvert?
oh, I know what I'm gonna do. So, I'm gonna switch you to this one, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It turns metal.
Huh.
Freya's gonna bounce up and down, clapping.
Mm.
Um, hmm, looks a change.
Touch the hair to Og.
It just turns this like fleshy, like beige color, much like Og's skin.
Like what happens if like I'm holding one end and the other end's on Og?
Oh,
Is it like split
it
in the
goes-
middle?
It goes split in the middle, yeah.
Neat.
What if you placed it on a table? Does it just return to white?
Is there even a table here? Or is it just all
There would
like?
be tables, yeah.
I'll throw it on. Not throw it, but place it on the table.
It returns to white.
Is
Still
it
have one question, by the way.
hmm, uh anybody have any ideas?
The only thing I can think of is, did the gnome turn into anything? Or like
Do you-
transform?
Do you ask
Like,
it that?
yeah, I'll ask that.
Yeah. After answering that, the body will just kind of fall back, remain motionless now.
I'm gonna check and see if the last body before Archie had a name.
It did.
name
What
was
does that
Snippy.
mean? What?
Snippy.
Okay. I would guess that our best bet is to work backwards and just try to find any witnesses, any thread that connects all these.
Hmm. Where would we even start?
Well, with this one. Not speaking to her. Obviously, that takes magic things. But
I do have one more spell, but remember their faces are off, so they can't exactly answer more than
Yeah.
yes and no.
But if we can find out where this gnome died, maybe see if we can find more people who have seen it.
We could probably ask someone who, one of the guards or something, where they found it. Oh, must be a case file somewhere.
Alright. Well, guess that's as good a lead as
Oh.
any at the point.
Oh, that is another thing that I hadn't thought of. I'm gonna touch the hair to the pink-haired gnome.
It turns brown.
Okay, I thought so.
What does that mean?
Well, that means it becomes the natural hair color.
Huh.
Unless we have anything else to do, I think we should go look for wherever this gnome died.
Snippy.
Well, yes. Wait, did the gnome say that?
No, she didn't cast it. That's just
Okay, I figured.
There's a last name too, Sparkwick. There'd probably be a case file somewhere on this. If they have names, they probably they all would have indications of where they died actually, or where they were found at least. This one was found in Gnomeville, actually, outside the wall. If we work by recent, they all seem to be spread apart. However, you do notice a trend on the earliest of them. If you want to go back to like the first ones, they could probably tell you where these attacks started out from.
Yeah, might as well.
Okay, so you're gonna go back to the first bodies in this morgue here. The first ones were actually found in Goblin Town. And the first victim was not a goblin. It was a human.
Are there any goblin corpses?
There are a few, yes.
Hmm.
Do we know if there's anybody we can talk to who can tell us the exact locations where all of these people were found?
I mean, yeah, if you want to know exact location, I can tell you where they are, like, for different people.
Right.
Maybe go through all 50, but but yeah, I can tell you. I can tell you if you're curious about different ones. Yeah. So the one from Goblin Town, the very first victim was actually a river worker by the edge of the river here.
Okay.
Some of the stuff gets shipped into there from like it does go through the town on the big barges that and they can only go to the warehouses. Some of them can go river boats and actually ship up supplies there. And some of the people who have to work there are going to be some humans and some larger people because, well, they are goblins.
Right.
So
Have there been any deaths in the plaza?
any deaths in the plaza? Yes, actually. One of the deaths, I think about number, I'll go with roughly around 16, just ballparking, died along the river as well.
Bea, can I borrow your map?
Oh, certainly.
I'm gonna take the map and I'm gonna knock on the door and ask the guard if he can mark down where the bodies were found.
Well, I could, but or I could just show you our map where they were found.
Oh. That works too.
Okay. So, of the victims on here, of the 50 or so victims, 35 were found by the riversides or by some form of water. The
Mhm.
remainder were a bit outliers on the outside. They seem to be pretty interspersed between the groups of the towns. Only one that's not been hit is Castle Charlie.
Okay. And are they like denoted in order in which they were found? Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming it goes left to right, correct? Along the river.
It generally does, but there are some double backs here and there.
Okay.
But for the most part, it does seem to be spacing out more towards the right. And
Okay.
it does seem to be getting a bit more comfortable because some of the other attacks have been a bit more out there. The latest one being by the waterfront, but more and more, some of the attacks are getting out there away from the river.
Okay. It seems like whatever this thing is, it's using the river to get around.
So, we poisoned the river.
That's a little drastic and would probably hurt more people than it.
Alright.
I'm thinking maybe we should investigate the immediate area of where the first victim was found.
Well, the first victim, the guard, still there, will say that one was found by one of the warehouses that leads to what company is it? Kind of scratches his brain a bit. Wizard Dustries, I think.
Okay. Alright then. Shall we be off to investigate there?
I believe so.
Ace, what do you think?
It's as good a lead as any. I mean, we've got nothing else really to go on.
That's true. Right. And we're off to Goblin Town, I guess.
All right. On your way to Goblin Town. Okay.
On our way walking, I'll just say to Bart, why'd you guys go to the bank?
We were
Well,
looking for you.
Why would I be at a bank?
well, from what little I've seen, you seem like the kinds who likes to steal things.
Wow. I am offended, young lady.
Wasn't my
Are
idea.
you?
I think he is. I think he is offended.
I didn't hear what.
I asked, are you?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, I get it, yeah, the whole roguey thing, but come on. I haven't stolen anything since I've been with you guys.
I want to insight that.
I'm gonna lean over to Alila and ask if that's true.
Did you steal a potion like in session 1?
Technically, I didn't steal that potion. So I technically
That's
didn't
true.
steal anything.
True.
Also, it was session 2. And it could have been poison for all T knows. No, new.
He technically has not stolen anything. Technically.
And looting stuff that we've all been doing doesn't count.
That's
Of
why I
course
said
not.
technically.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
All right then.
So. As you guys are walking towards there, you do notice at one point as you start to approach through the... Stop that. Sorry, let's find my computer. As you start to approach... God damn it, stop it. Sorry. As you start to approach, you go through the way down towards... you have to go the way down towards the large bridge, and you have to go through the plaza. You do have to go to one of the small gateways, main gateways into Goblin Town. Mainly because there's no way otherwise not to do that. And as you kind of enter into Goblin Town, the area in Goblin Town itself you enter into is not very conducive for large roads. It's like a lot of back alley travel, and it's not very shall we say, open. Like alleyway here and there. Not the best place, for large traffic. But lots of goblins running around. It's the way they live. Who's leading the party?
I suppose Heck.
Make me a perception check.
Okay.
Okay.
Excellent.
Hold on. Someone else can make a perception check if they'd like. Perception check if they'd like. Should I make one with Alila?
Yes.
Yeah.
it's for the best.
Okay. Alila will kind of look around, kind of put her head down. Just if she's kind of say a quick prayer, and she'll walk closer to Ace.
Ace, I couldn't help but notice there seemed to be some gentlemen following us.
Alright. I'm not gonna directly look, but I'm just gonna like listen and try to hear what's going on. 'Cause
Yeah, there are actually a couple of these sort of large figures following y'all. I would say, I mean, they all look human, but they are kind of paying attention to where you guys are going.
Alright, I'll whisper to the group, turn a corner here. I'll try to sneak away and follow our followers.
Okay.
Alright. So we turn a corner.
Of course. How does it feel being the sneaky motherfucker?
It feels good.
Mm-hmm.
Now to watch the Watchers.
Okay. Looking at them as the rest of the group continues on to Goblin Town, you do notice they are all humanoids, medium size or above. There's no goblins with them. There's no they do seem to be watching the group carefully, all kind of cloaked up. And they seem more intent on observing where y'all are coming from, where you're going. They do look to have some weapons on them. But they're keeping a very close watch on. I mean, they don't seem to be overtly threatening as of right now, but they are you do have people on your tail, essentially.
I'm just gonna
They have-
keep an eye on them. If they make any sudden threatening movements to the party, I'm probably gonna fire a hand crossbow bolt at them. But for now, I'm gonna keep an eye on them.
Okay. As y'all are maneuvering in and out, you eventually run into an area where some of the paths appear to be blocked by some sorts of crates and carts, kind of forcing you down one side street. If we should continue.
These are like carts in the road.
Yeah, carts.
Are there any people?
Not around, no.
Are there horses connected to them?
No.
I'm just gonna look back at the party and shrug. There's a dark alley. Maybe Og could just, push or throw the carts out of the way. If we really wanted to make it through.
I don't know about throwing.
they are actually turned perpendicular towards where you're at, so they're difficult to turn and roll out. They're difficult. You can't just roll out of the way. You have to like turn them, rotate. Whoever did this intentionally set these in a difficult way to move around.
Hmm.
Right.
And as you are sitting here waiting, from the alley that's kind of forcing down, a figure approach, a dark-haired individual, cloak, and a very scarred face looking. You can see there seems to be some sort of pendant on his some sort of pendant on his on his neck, and he looks at you. What does the old man have you working on now?
Who are you?
Forgive me. Bows. Name's Gregory. I happen to be an admirer of your employer, the old man. But your actions have caused a little bit of a stir, particularly in a small town you may have heard of called Lowestoft.
Oh,
Is that where you guys killed the necromancer?
If around the back corner you see the people who are following you seem to have boxed you into this alley. I come here with just a bit of a warning. Be careful on what you're trifling with and what items you find. You made the last one to get a little bit difficult, but don't get in the way again. Um, who wants to make a perception check to see what the symbol on his neck looks?
Great rolls.
That's something circular. You guys got 2 more. I can give one to Leela if you want.
Yeah.
Of course. Heck and Leela both are going to see this. That's the symbol they have on their neck. All of them. For
okay.
the record, your group, the composition doesn't really matter to me or employer. Your friends, I believe you called them T, leaving, what have you. Your little goblin you set out with that you lost in that cave.
Kobold.
Whatever. Whatever it is, he got mauled by some beast. And you got this big ol' ogre with you now. He Y'all just be a bit
Is
careful.
gonna look over at Og, just put on the biggest, fakest shocked expression she can.
Hug gonna look confusingly around for this ogre. Well, ogre. Looks the rest of the party. You see,
You.
ogre.
You big dumb brick.
There's no need to be rude.
Yeah. Og, not brick. Og, kobold.
Rolls his eyes. You just lead this monster, y'all hunting to us professionals, and us, real people after this. You don't want to get involved in this one. Y'all just want to go back home. It'll get taken care of. Don't worry about that. But y'all don't need to be here.
We are somewhat of professionals ourselves. Almost. And, well, we took this job. So, I don't see why we would not complete it.
Because completing it may be a bit hazardous to your health.
Is that a warning or a threat?
Both.
Well, I'm sure we can manage.
It's your one chance to get out. We'll see you again later taking care of this business. Y'all ain't gonna make it out of this city. Now if you kindly step aside and let my boys through. You've had your warning. We extend our courtesy.
Oh, well, there might actually be a bit of a problem with that. Someone parked their carts in the road.
Yeah, we did. So get your butts out of the way, move to the side so my boys behind you can follow me. Or they can force their
Oh,
way
well.
through if you don't want to.
Well, there's plenty of space.
Do you make way for them?
I mean, there's plenty of space in the road, right? Like,
It's
they could.
it's not like it's actually kind of narrow corridor. Like there's it's not two people's sides, so you have to go against the kind of side of the wall so they can walk through. It is actually kind of narrow.
It's kind of designed for goblins, so.
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, I'll hold the cart up to the side.
No, they're not asking you to move the car. They just want you to move out of the way so they can walk past. That's all they want.
Well, yeah.
Those three follow and will shift behind you, and they'll say, "Remember, you don't want to be in the way during this." Just kind of start to walk off.
They were weird.
Are they going for the carts and taking them with them?
No, they just left them there.
I don't like him.
I'm gonna keep following them for a bit.
So the rest of the party. Let's see. Keep
Try
a
to
lookout.
roll investigation or perception or whatever it is to like get a better look at him, figure anything out. I guess that guy never said his name, did he?
He said Gregory.
Just said Gregory. Yeah, I'm gonna follow them a bit, but investigate them from the shadows.
Right. So as you follow him, make me a stealth check.
All right, hold on. Pull sheet back up. All right.
No. Really, dude?
Hee
Really? Okay. You don't even hear footsteps going by you guys. He just goes doo 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 around you. I want a separate map where I prepared for a battle map in case you guys decide to fight these guys.
Of course.
Yeah.
I was so tempted to initiate combat too.
I
I
was
tend-
tempted to, but I don't think Bea understood what was happening.
August still confused about who Gregory thought was a brick.
Oh, by the way, if you asked something a question, he was gonna straight up say that friggin' y'all had he was gonna straight up let Og know about his Boo being dead. Straight up.
Well,
He almost said, you know, a dead little kobold. I wonder what would happen if he did that.
Hopefully, we never find out.
So as you're following them, Mace, you notice they go to like a little side section here that seems to be kind of blocked off. Look around, they don't see anyone follow them. You are watching them, and as they look at each other, they all kind of hold their symbols, whisper something to it, and it seems to glow with energy, and they just kind of vanish. Make me a perception check, Mace, or survival.
Well, I don't have any skills in survival, so perception it is. Rip.
Okay. Jesus Christ. I rolled their fucking stealth with advantage, and they rolled lower than the 8. Okay, so did you notice this area here is not it's not well paved. It is dirt, and you do notice they're actually kicking up dirt as they're walking. They are invisible, but they're walking. And you can actually see the dirt kicking up.
Alright, I will continue following the dirt until I lose them.
As you keep following dirt, about a minute later, they reemerge visible. And you continue to follow them. They only had a minute on that thing. As you continue to follow them, they will eventually make their way towards what appears to be a large warehouse, goblin warehouse. And you notice this big old sign with like bits of magic bursting off of it. Think Weasley's and Wizarding Wheezies, Harry Potter. It's called Wizard Industries. They seem to be kind of scoping the place out.
They're not going in, they're just scoping the wizardry's place out.
Yeah, they're scoping it out.
Alright. They're doing what they're saying they were gonna do. It's looking into this, I guess. I'm debating whether I should just head back to the group or keep following them. It's gonna be more dangerous for me if I keep following them, I feel like. I'll hang for just a tiny bit more, see if they find anything interesting while I'm following them, and then head back to the group.
As they're kind of talking, you see the door open and a goblin, and they kind of point to the goblin and take a very special note of this. There's this old goblin, a black beard, and this knobbly walking staff. Seems to have a sort of arcane look about him, with various pouches and a satchel, and looks like a goblin wizard, essentially. Looking at him, they all seem to be very focused and intent on this guy. He's talking with some of the employees outside Industries, then he nods to them, then heads back in. And they kind of start muttering to each other. They still seem to be scoping the place out, observing. How long do you watch them scope the place out for?
Should really get back to the party. Making a note of the what was it? The goblin.
Goblin, Blackbeard, Knobbly Walking Staff, Wizard.
Were they talking to the goblin?
No, they're watching from a distance. They're observing.
Observing. Yeah, I'll return back to the party and report what I've found.
Eventually, Ace returns to y'all and mentions what he found there.
So they're where we're going.
It sounds like, yeah.
Were you all headed over there, or were you waiting for me to return? This is the question.
I mean, I was gonna suggest we have all move the carts so that we can get through.
Yeah.
I was kind of doing my thing as a side. I didn't know what you guys were doing while I was doing my stuff.
Okay, so yeah, they move the carts out of the way while you're gone. And you get back. Oggs successfully moved the carts out of the way. 'Cause let's be real, Og's the one that would move those carts.
Yeah.
We could try and Bia move them.
She would just have Russell do it.
Zombie, zombie, zombie. So,
Although, oh god, I just realized Russell has the same strength as Bea does.
weak. So if Og can't move something, y'all are fucked, essentially is what I'm getting here.
Yeah, pretty much.
Remember the Villains campaign where everyone can move shit?
Yeah.
This is an anti-Villains campaign. Villains campaign had like everyone's strong boy and one magic-y boy. Well, now we reverse that.
Every bear catch is made of a giant training dummy. We're not going forwards anymore. We're retreating.
Oh my god, that gives me an idea.
Oh god.
Training dummies that mimic your movement.
Great.
So, do you guys continue the Wizardistries, or what do you guys do?
And that's my plan.
Yeah.
Alright. So, as you guys make your way toward Wizardistries, you find yourself in front of the very well lit, very decorative, very showy business. There seems to be it seems to be a very magical place. This is the best way to describe this place. You can see there's shipments of magical components and various arcane elements in and out of this location. Do you guys just head in, or do you observe? What do you guys do?
Kind of want to scope it out first. See what these guys are doing.
So make me a perception check for observation.
Okay.
E.
Boom.
Oh shit.
Damn.
So you notice a couple things here. The raw materials and components they're having these for these for whatever they're bringing in here, they all seem focused and similar colored black and dark. You do notice a couple of shipments of diamonds, it looks like. But the thing you notice actually is not actually the movement and that sort of thing. It's on the upper windows. You catch kind of a glint, and you realize that's actually a window in towards towards what looked to be this goblin male with a dark beard and a staff set aside. It seems to be the same one that Ace saw. You can kind of see he is talking to someone in there. And this person looks to be a fairly well-dressed human.
Hmm. Okay. And so they're just talking up there, and then the other guys are just like moving
Yeah,
supplies around.
yeah.
Okay.
You can see right now. Yeah. All the components they bring, you can see the open containers. The ones they bring in, there's a lot of diamonds and there's a lot of like dark black materials.
Okay. Does it look like they're trying, like they're using these components to like set up some kind of ritual or something?
It's hard to tell because they're bringing in the facility itself.
Okay. I'm gonna tell
thing,
the
though.
others.
Fun thing, actually, you do notice. Fun thing you guys do notice that's a bit unique to this place. These guys are very good at inventing, and they actually have essentially like forklifts. They
Oh,
pretty much have forklifts.
neat.
It's like arcane powered forklifts.
Okay. I'm gonna tell, I guess, everybody but Ace what I saw. That they're moving some components for something into the warehouse, and about the goblin human. What do we do?
Can anyone sneak up there and climb or something so they can hear what they're talking about?
I feel like the most qualified person to do that would be Ace. And I don't know where he went.
We could, knock on the door and just talk to them.
I don't think that's a good idea. They already threatened us to stay out of their way.
Was that these people, or that was a different
It
group,
wasn't
wasn't
the goblins; it was the humanoids.
Oh.
Humanoids are scoping out the place too.
Oh, okay. I feel like that's probably a bad idea.
If you say so.
Not really sure how to proceed here.
How far is this office from the front door?
I mean, it's about 3 stories up.
Okay.
And there's really no way of telling exactly how many of them there are unless we get closer. Is there?
Goblins? Or...
Yeah, goblins.
I mean, you've seen at least 20 or so. I mean,
Okay,
this is a business.
right.
People work here.
Well, whatever we do, we should probably do it quickly. There could be lives at stake.
Ace, do you think if I give you a little boost to your ability, do you think you could climb up there and
I'm
sneak
gonna
up
be
there?
honest, I was waiting for you to say this is when Ace rejoins the group. I thought I was still not there with the group.
You were with them. You were with them. You came back to them when they were headed there.
Yeah, but I was confused as at what point when
Oh, I thought
during the
you
group's
had- I thought you-
investigation did I come back? Because I followed them for quite a little bit.
Oh yeah, so, yeah, you've been back, and yeah, you gotten back. Sorry, I thought you were already there. My apologies.
Yeah, that's why I was confused.
Yeah.
That's why I've been so silent. I was like,
Sorry.
am I back yet?
You're back. Yeah, you've been back. Sorry.
All right, yeah, and then I've told them about the whole they're also investigating. Anyway, the what were you saying?
If I gave you a little boost, you think you could sneak up there, listen in the window what they're talking about?
I can sneak in up there? Yeah. Whether or not I can hear it, we'll see.
Well, I think you got this. He gives you a pat on the back
Alright.
and is going to cast. Oh no, wrong one.
Yay! I'm not dying.
Wrong one. Sorry. No foreshadowing, please.
All right. Well.
Spoilers.
Stuff up there then. Hip.
Okay. So there actually are some ledges, and there's actually a fire escape you can sneak up. It's pretty easy. Doesn't require much climbing.
The lightest metal man you've ever known.
Ding, 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 ding. Okay, so you go to the fire escape, and you can actually go along the ledge to the window, and he looks like fucking Spider-Man going up there. Roll your perception check if you can hear through the window. You do have guidance on you.
Alright. Up. And then up. As I wait for the... There it is.
Nice.
Okay. So, as you listen in, you can kind of catch the end of this kind of argument these guys are having.
We wouldn't have made this thing if you hadn't told us to, and you hadn't made this weapon. It's not my problem now, is it? Now, people back at the hall are really worried that you guys could not control what we ordered for you. You gotta find this, you gotta bring it in before more people go out and get killed. It's doing what it was programmed to do. It's doing what it was created to do. You asked me to find some infiltration weapon that could take the place of anyone. I did. I made it. I told you it wasn't ready. You told me to run a test. I ran the test. It got loose. This is on your head, not mine. It's on your head too, because we're not going to take the fall for this. You damn well you should have kept this under better control. You didn't do what we paid you for, and we're not going to take the fall. After all, you know how this is. You know how this works. You're a cruel son of a bitch. We'll find the dam. We'll find it. We'll find the Face Ripper. Good. Once you get back, you're going to make sure it can't escape again. I already got word. The Mr. Major has got some task force trying to find this, and Lord help you if they destroy it. Otherwise, all of our investments go down the drain. You lose your job. I lose my position. We all lose. You better find it fast. See the guy walk out, slam the door.
Was the guy that was saying they wouldn't? Seems like they hired this goblin.
He looked to be someone very well off, very affluent, human, dark hair, kind of a black, it's a like black hair, beard, brown eyes. Just looked to be a rich human. I haven't run into this guy.
Black hair, beard, brown eyes.
Rich. He was wearing a yellow, like rich cloak and a bit of black.
Make strong mental note of the of that setup.
And it's a few minutes later, you actually see the door open below you, and you can see him walk off.
Are they walking off into the direction where the group is?
He's walking towards the east, which if that's where the group's coming from, then maybe. He looks he's walking back towards the city. With the little inner walls.
How far away is Ace from us at this point? Or during
He's on
this
the
time?
third. He's on the third floor.
Is that over 60 feet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, well, I'll return to the party then.
Okay.
Do I see, like, looking also around, like, the outskirts of that room, do I see any signs of our threateners also possibly listening in?
No, they're not on the rooftop with you.
Well, I meant, like, down below.
No, they did not notice the window.
Alright. I'll head back, form the party.
Okay, so Ace will get back to you. Inform me what he heard. You guys did see that guy in the yellow walk off towards the main walls.
What do you guys do?
The I don't know any of what just happened. The guy in yellow was the human talking to the goblin?
Yes.
Okay.
For what okay, so he walked away during the conversation. The Okay, so the human was talking about basically how they order this thing to be. They order this thing for some infiltration thing, and it sounds like it could take the place of anyone, and it got out of hand. The human seemed to order the goblin company to rush testing. It got loose and got free because they were in control of it, and now it's out on the rampage, doing what it's programmed to do to replace people, essentially.
Well, mystery solved.
So what do you guys do?
So,
We know who's behind this. What we don't have, obviously, is the monster. So now we got two options here. Do we try to go after the monster? Or do we try to go after these people who are responsible for it?
I think that we know the people are responsible, but if we can take down the monster, we can use it as evidence against him.
That's a good point.
Plus, if we only go after the people who made it, it's not going to solve things for people who died in the long run, because they'll still be out there killing people.
Oh, let me rephrase the thing. We go after the monster. Who's to say our new friends that we've made wouldn't swoop in and try to take it while we've weakened ourselves basically by fighting it?
Well, what do you suggest?
Part of me wants to try to chase off our would-be threateners before we deal with this. We don't know what they're capable of.
Well, either way, whoever we fight, we're gonna have to fight the other at a disadvantage. If that's the path
We
we
could.
choose.
well, we could simply report these people and then pursue the monster afterwards.
I don't know what
It
good
seems to
reporting
me
them
we
would
have
do.
a tremendous amount of authority at the moment.
Well, we still don't even know what this thing is. Right? And if we don't know what it is, do we even know if we can hurt it?
Well, they didn't mention it being unkillable, did they?
No. I don't think so.
If it's not killable, then it is probably killable. Or if it's not unkillable, it is probably killable. Not that we're killing it. We could follow this man in yellow.
Either way, it seems like if we do fight this thing, we have to bring it back alive per our instructions. And we're going to have to protect that while fighting possibly two separate entities. Whoever this person in yellow is and our new friends. Are we ready for basically a three-way fight here?
I'm sure it'll be fine.
As you guys start debating, Alita kind of looks over the shoulder and sees the door to the Wizardistries open. And that goblin that you saw before, the old goblin, seems to put his hat on and kind of muttering to himself, and he walks off. Seems to be taking a walk. As he goes to take a walk off to himself, she'll also point to you guys. I think our friends who wanted to talk to us seem to be interested in following that goblin, and points to the 4 humanoids who seem to be trying to discreetly follow after the goblin.
They did seem, when I was following them, to have a particular interest in the goblin.
If we wait too much longer, they're probably gonna catch up to him. What do you think we should do?
I think we need more information. And the only way we're going to get that is if we go after one of those two. The human or the goblin.
For clarification, was there any info on whether the creature came from whatever organization the man in yellow was representing, or the one the goblin is representing?
Sounds like the creature was made by the one the goblin was representing, Wizardistries, on the order of whoever that guy in yellow, black and yellow.
Okay. Well, the goblin would probably have more information.
Go after the goblin then?
Let's go after the goblin.
Alright.
Okay.
Let's be prepared. May have to tussle with our new friends.
So as you all prepare to follow after the goblin and his followers, we're going to call tonight's session. It's about 10 o'clock.
Eh,
Sounds good.
Because in case we get into a fight, we don't want to start a fight with, like, this late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bit. Yeah.
Alright, good job, y'all.
Nice.
Yeah. God, it feels so different without Thoth here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I'm like trying to take charge because he's usually the
Yeah.
one that does things.
Yeah, I don't know what to do.
My
you have
problem
to
is,
talk.
We need mom.
my problem is that this is out of Og's expertise. He has 5 intelligence, so he is like doing an investigation, trying to figure out what's happening is not the greatest expertise.
I mean, he
Which
did
is
a good
why-
job at the fucking bar.
Right, like he knew, like he recognized there's common people. He's like, I can get information from them. I'm gonna just arm wrestle the biggest guy I see and get respect. Boom. I contribute. Og is not very good at this situation. Og has no idea what to do.
So yeah, for reference, I totally was trying to like do a thing where I sneak off and like sit at the bar and listen for rumors, and then some natural ones meant I didn't get anything out of my investigation and lost you guys. So that's why I was like so silent. And I had to keep myself from laughing so much when you were like, maybe he robbed the bank.
I was just shaking my head when he said maybe. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah, I was like, oh, it's definitely not what's going on.
Well, yeah, obviously, but
But
that's
I
funny.
yeah,
Also, you followed the instructions of a little girl who just met the party.
yeah.
Like,
I mean,
why did you guys
but
not
I-
speak up?
I also couldn't definitively say that you wouldn't do that.
To be fair, Og is relatively new to the party too, so Og doesn't even know the names of half of the party members. Og just thinks they're family and follows them.
I mean, Bayo was brought on as a specialist, so she has all the authority.
Sure.
Welcome to the bank.
Yen
I
word.
was I'm so happy people recognize the N word.
My only idea as to what that is maybe spelling it backwards gets something.
No. The last name is Firestomp.
Yeah.
I still have no idea.
No.
It's from a D&D podcast called Dungeons and Randomness.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Mm.
I fucking love that podcast. One of my favorite fucking things on that was when he fought the other Minotaur to be the chief of the clan. And he started taking potions, and the other guy was like so fucking offended. You're cheating with potions? Fuck yeah, I'm cheating! It was fucking hilarious.
I realized the moment that I was like, Og is gonna look for the biggest guy in the room that half the party was probably like, is he gonna get enough bar fight? I was like, nope,
Yeah.
that's not what I'm
Yeah.
trying.
I was curious if he would or wouldn't. Like, I have no clue.
The
we're
whole
gonna find
time I
out.
was like, oh, this will be really bad for me.
No, part of Og's rustic
Man, no.
hospitality. He recognizes the common folk.
Benny, I will force it out of you.
Yep. I expect it.
For a very long time, I've wanted to make a gnome barbarian, and now I also really want to make like a goblin or ogre wizard.
The gnome barbarians like ankle biters or some shit.
Yeah,
Oh, Malta, I could tell you a really stupid idea for an ogre wizard.
the only thing that gets him to rage is when people comment on his height.
Sounds great.
He's an angry elf.
What does
Yeah,
he
just like that.
he just yell at his party when they're in a fight, like, call me short, please.
No one wants to say it because they're all afraid to offend him.
Yeah.
You ever seen the Order to the Stick comic?
I've seen bits and pieces.
The fucking halfling rogue guy who. That's what I'm thinking of.
Anyway, that'll wrap it up for episode 8 of The Odd Endeavor. Thank you all for watching.